a year ago, maybe a little over a year ago, I didn't have an agent and I did the Growing Studio Showcase class. Learned a lot, got some good repertoire out of it, and got some responses from the agent class and ended up getting an agent, and through the course of the year got seen by some of the biggest casting people in New York, and it was an incredible time for me, and it really did help kickstart where I am today, which is playing Christine in the Phantom of the Opera, which is my dream.
We bring in casting directors, agents, resident directors, choreographers, composers for innovative programming you won't find elsewhere.
We're the largest musical theater studio in New York City. We have a base of roughly 2,200 students, ranging from recent college graduates from top schools like the Juilliard School, Carnegie Mellon University, the University of Michigan, Cincinnati Conservatory of Music, the Boston Conservatory, which I am an alum, and many more, to Broadway actors who have 5+ Broadway shows.
And so we created the Growing Studio! In the Showcase class, students learn how to market themselves on the Broadway, First National, and regional levels in preparation for a final performance for 12 top agents. Over the course of 4 weeks, students work one-on-one on Showcase material with our Growing Studio faculty, consisting of Broadway associate directors, musical directors, and casting directors. 75% of students receive responses, and over 60 students are now working with representation.
I was new to the city. I was really just trying to, get my name out there, get my face out there, trying to meet with these people, trying to bang on doors, and you keep running up against walls. And I heard about the Growing Studio, and it just seemed like the perfect thing. This little light clicked in my head, and I said, this. The teachers were amazing. They found the right song for me. We really collaborated well together. And then after a few weeks of really working on it and getting it to the right place, showcased it for 12 agents that I had never been in to see before, that could never see before that. And got a ton of response, ended up booking with Nicolosi & Co. And I actually just booked my first show with them, so really excited.
Series 4, maybe 5 times now. I just think, especially in New York City, where you're always needing to be on your game and sharpening your swords, there's nothing like this class. Not only are you performing every single week, but you're performing for the person who wrote the songs. Like when we had Scott Whitman and Mark Shaman, and we had them sitting in the room talking about why they wrote the songs in Hairspray that they did, which was just such a big hit. And then to hear them talk about why they wrote that song and this song and this song and the story, it was just, you get such amazing insight.
What I do with these students is work with them one-on-one and assign them songs accordingly based on where I think they are and where their challenges lie, so that when they come into the room to present for these composers, they give the best and most unique performance and most memorable performance that they can. Because it's very rare in an actor's life that they get the chance to actually perform the material written by these composers for these composers. So this class is actually them just skipping a lot of steps and getting in the room with these writers. A lot of the students that have done this class before come back because of the environment that we create here. It's very welcoming, it's very warm, and it's a no-judgment zone. And more importantly, everybody focuses on the goal. Everyone who leaves this class is just a little bit more hungry and closer to reaching their goal. The performers that I see in here are so professional and to the point that there's no reason that all of them shouldn't be on Broadway within the next couple of years.
Oh, the power to be strong and the wisdom to be wise. All these things will come to you in time on this journey that you're making.
I ended up doing the showcase in spring of last year. And it was an amazing experience, being able to work with so many different choreographers and then being able to put myself in front of all of those different agents, especially being a dancer and being able to put that foot forward first. I actually got interest from all the agents that were there, ended up having a lot of interviews and signed with Clear Talent Group. And on top of all of that, The choreographer of Cinderella was a part of the showcase giving choreography, and that's how I got in front of him and later got cast in the first national tour.
Hi there, I'm the dance captain of the Broadway Company of Chicago, and I also put up the current national tour of the show. I do feel that at least we see this growing studios taking hold. It's actually flying and attracting the kind of talent that I think that New York deserves to be working with. What's amazing about it is that every time I've come in, I've actually invited many of these students or young professionals into auditions for the show, and actually hired one of them for the current nationals.
In the Casting Director Workshop, students work with 8 different casting directors from different offices over the course of 4 weeks. In the Game Changer series, students work with 1 casting director over the course of 4 weeks in order to really hone in on their skills and get on a more personal level with casting.
These are concentrated evenings, about 3 to 4 hours, where I get to work with actors of all different abilities, most of it top tier, I have to say, in a room that is small, intimate, not overcrowded. It's one-on-one attention.
So with the Casting Director Workshop, it's nice to build these relationships with each office because they have completely different vibes, all of them. And you can tailor your audition to what they specifically like once you learn what they like. And I've really found through taking Casting Director Workshop the specifics of what each casting director likes, so I can go in and nail the audition and feel confident and just be myself.
The Resident Director Series was my favorite class that I've taken so far because I think as an auditioning actor, it's really hard to get in some valuable face time with the people that matter behind the table. And the Resident Director Series was a really unique opportunity where you not only got to give yourself sort of a low-key audition for the person that matters the most for the show, but you also get feedback that is like the right answer versus the opinion from a million different creative, amazing people. You get sort of the solution and a way into the show from the eyes and the mind that knows it best.
I have this feeling that at the end of a long day, sometimes I approach these classes and I feel, oh, I'm a little bit tired. How am I going to get through this evening? By the time I hit a growing studio class, start in, work with the actors, 3 hours goes by so quickly. If they're feeling jazzed, which most times they are, I walk out of that room pumped and excited. Where else can I say that except for my work with the Growing Studio?